Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this one we are going to be talking about envy in friendships. Now envy, it's a normal human emotion. I've discussed that in my envy video, but that's not the type of envy we're talking about. We're not talking about some envy sometimes here and there, seeing someone have something sometime here and there and feeling, oh, it would be nice to have this too. In this one we are going to be addressing like extreme envy in friendships, friends who literally want your life. And Oprah Winfrey said it best, you can't be friend with someone who wants your life, and an envious friend is a dangerous enemy, right? So really watch out for this sign. Now I have seen a lot of these videos back in the day when I was considering ending some friendship with some people, but I find that in many of the videos the signs are very overt, and in this one I wanted to address some really subtle sign that your friend is really envious of you. So sign number one is going to be that they try your things behind your back. Now you guys, do not sleep on this. Now I'm going to admit that this one can be hard to spot because obviously most of us do not have like nanny cams in our houses and apartments, but this is definitely a tell-all sign of envy. Now luckily for me, I have a daughter, and I can remember of two instances where my daughter told me that auntie so and so tried your shoes or your purse the other day, and she didn't tell me this for any reason. She just found it weird. I mean, can you imagine? Even my 11 years old, who at the time was, I don't know, much younger, 5 6, even she could see that something was off about them waiting until I was in the kitchen or in another place in my apartment in order to try my stuff. And this, you need to be more like even particular about this when they try on stuff that they never like complimented you about. They never told you that this bag is nice or these shoes are nice, and yet they wait until you go to another room in order to try it, and look at themselves in the mirror and see how they look in it. I say, if you're dealing with someone like this, watch out. Okay, now sign number two that we are going to address is that your friend is in a secret competition with you. Now obviously this can go from covert to overt, right? Some of them are very very forward about this and you can see it, but some of them are a little bit more subtle about it. So definitely pay attention to friends who are in secret competition with you. I remember that I had this friend at the time, and before anyone says anything, this is a friend who used to we used to tell each other everything. Okay, we were in this super codependent friendships, and we knew everything about one another. Okay, like we would be on the phone like almost daily for 5 hours, and I knew everything going on in her life, or at least I thought so, and so did she. And I remember we were planning this holiday, and we were telling each other this is something that we used to do all the time, about the outfits and the slides that we are ordering online, that we are buying for this holiday, take pictures for the gram or whatever. And I was very honest, I was very forward. Like I would we send her a screenshot of everything I'm buying and stuff like that. And I remember when on the holiday and she had bought a lot of stuff that she never told me about. Now I personally, I didn't feel any particular way about it. I didn't really care, but I can see how that is still shady. Like why would we go through this process where we are telling each other everything and you are still like kind of like withholding information, right? But she bought all of this stuff that she told me nothing about because she wanted to kind of like one up me. I can't find any other way to say it, right? And I just thought it was weird. I wasn't bothered, but I just felt like this is off. Like why are you doing this? I don't care, whatever you buy, I'm happy for you. So yeah, that's definitely a sign that someone is in a secret competition with you. Now sign number three that you want to pay attention to, and again I guess this ties into the secret competition thing, is that they buy stuff that you want or talk about, and again this is the same person. I remember that I told her one day on one of our very long phone conversations, I told her that I was gonna buy this Gucci belt, right? Long before it was as popular as it is today. And I sent her a screenshot, she said, what belt and stuff, and I sent her a screenshot and said, oh, this belt, and she didn't make any comment. She didn't say that she wanted it or anything, you know. She said, ah, okay, this belt. So, you know, we wanted to meet each other, like, you know, 2 days later for coffee or a glass of wine. So, you know, we met in town, and I got there before her, like, not a long time before her, maybe 3 to 5 minutes before her, right? And, you know, I waited for her, and she showed up, and I can never forget, you know, she was coming towards me like this. It's like a flashback, you know. This memory is so clear to me. It's so clear in my mind, you know. She was like kind of walking toward me, kind of like jump walking, which is something I do a lot, you know. She was excited and happy, and, you know, we were oftentimes excited and happy to see one another, which I don't know why, because we used to spend so much of our time together, but okay. Right, so she was, you know, kind of jump walking towards me, you know, being really happy and excited, you know, and one of her hand was kind of like behind her back, and I was like, but I didn't really pay attention as she was walking towards me. I was just smiling and giggling, you know, as my friend was. I was happy to see her excited, and my friend was walking towards me, and I was happy, right? So she got right in front of me, and she just take the hand that she had behind her, and then she just kind of put it like this in front of my face, and she had a bag in that hand. It was a Gucci bag, and she just hold the bag like right in front of my face, and I was kind of irritated. Like, I was like, what are you doing? You know, like, and obviously she took the bag away, you know, she kind of put it down, and I'm like, what are you doing? You know, like, I wasn't really mad, but I was a bit irritated. And she was like, I got something. And I'm like, yeah, what did you get? You know, we used to show each other the stuff that we buy. So, you know, she said, yeah, let's go to the coffee first. So we went into the bar of coffee that we were going to. It was a bar, actually. We ordered 2 glasses of wine, and then she opened it, and it was the exact same belt that I told her about, you guys. It was such a surreal experience, and I was kind of like taken aback. Not because she bought the belt, but I was taken aback because I felt like, you know, you never told me anything about wanting this belt. And I know someone is going to be in the comment section feel like she can buy whatever she wants. That goes without saying, but like I said, you have to understand that we were in a very codependent friendship, and, you know, she would always tell me about the stuff that she would buy and send me a picture of it, and yet she never mentioned anything about wanting this belt, about buying it. Like, nothing, zero, nada, right? So I was irritated. I'm not gonna lie, you know, I was irritated by the whole thing, you know, the way she did it and stuff, and the fact that she got it, you know. I was like, you never told me anything about wanting this bag. But, you know, I kind of let it go, and then, you know, I feel like probably she could feel, you know, how irritated I was. So she was like, ah, let's go to Gucci so you can get yours too. And I was like, no, I don't want to go to Gucci right now. And then she was shady. She was like, don't you have the money to buy it? I'm like, I do, you know, I sure do. I told you I would, but at this moment right now, I don't want to go to Gucci and buy a belt. I just want to drink my wine. You know, if I want to go there at some other time, if you're dead set on us going together, then I can let you know and we can go together. But it's not going to happen right here, right now, right? And then, you know, we talked about other stuff and let it go. But that is really something that, you know, that stayed with me. And at some point I did end the friendship because, you know, I just felt like a lot was going on, and I felt like, you know, this is not it, this is not healthy, right? And I guess this brings us, you know, to sign number 4, that a friend is, you know, envious of you. And this still tie up to the secret competition thing, is that they do stuff that they tell you nothing about. Again, this only, of course, applies to friendships, you know, very close friendship, you know, that you all tell each other, you know, everything, a lot of stuff. You know, friends who they're doing their driving license and they don't tell you. They are, you know, getting their citizenship and they don't tell you. And for me, this ties up into like the friendship being toxic, right? Because here's my thing. Why wouldn't you tell me that, you know, you're getting this done? It means somewhere deep down inside you feel like, you know, I'm gonna bring you, you know, bad luck. That you feel like if I know about it, it's not gonna happen, you're not gonna succeed. So here's my thing. If you believe that, you know, I bring you bad luck, then why are we even friends, right? If you believe that when you tell me about your stuff that it's not going to happen, then we simply do not need to be friends, right? You can just go on about your life, you know, with the people whom you feel you can tell about whatever it is you're doing, and that, you know, nothing bad is going to happen, and, you know, your stuff is going to work out. Like, we simply don't need to be friends. And that's on Mary and the Lamb. Now, the 5th and last sign that I'm going to address in this video, that, you know, your friend is in a secret competition with you or envious of you, is that, you know, they tell you gossip about you, right? So these are people who do not have the backbone to say what they mean and mean what they say. And what they're going to do is bring your story and say that someone has said it. You know, perhaps themselves, they do not like something about your parenting, about your style, about, you know, your boyfriend or husband or anything else, but they do not have the guts to tell you in your face. They do not have the nerves, or perhaps they're jealous about, you know, your relationship, or, you know, the fact that you have children and they don't, even though, you know, it's not an accomplishment. But a lot of male identified women are still upset about stuff like this. So what they're going to do inside is say, you know, such and such said so about your husband, or such and such said your kids are not well behaved, or such and such said, you know, whatever about your hair or about the outfit you had on the other day. And here's what I want to tell you guys. It's shut that shit down immediately. Okay, next time that someone comes to you and says such and such said XYZ about you, here's what I recommend you do. If you are in contact with a third person and have their phone number today, with WhatsApp and most applications, you can, you know, have a three-way. You can talk with many people at the same time. I suggest you say, is that so? And if they say, yeah, sure, and they say this and that, what I suggest you do is add the third person to the conversation right away. Okay, add them right away, because this is what's going to happen. Either they're going to hang up immediately as they see you're adding the third person and you know they're freaking lying, or, you know, you can simply, you know, confront them. You know, you can add the other person to the conversation and tell them, okay, you know, great that you were able to pick up, you know, XYZ is on the phone with me right now, and they say that you say XYZ about me. Is that so? Right? Because this is the thing. I feel like no one should feel comfortable to talk shit to you behind your back with your friend. Okay, everyone know better than to come to me and talk to my friend Agnes about me, because they know I'm simply not gonna entertain it. So I'm not saying that no one is talking shit about her, but they're simply not doing it in front of me, right? So if people feel comfortable telling, you know, shit about you in front of a third person, it means somewhere deep down inside they know that this person is a friend of me. Okay, so do not entertain, you know, any gossip of that kind about you, you know, any, you know, criticism about you like that. You know, confront it immediately. And I know that, you know, a lot of us do not like confrontation. You know, I used to be that person, but I can guarantee you this is the best way to do it. Just include the third person and just clear it right there and then. Okay, this video is already very long, you guys, so, you know, I may make a part 2 or not, you know, depending on whether you guys want to see it or not. If you made it to the end of this video, I'm grateful and appreciative of you. Please do not forget to like, okay, comment, you know, let me know in the comment section down below, you know, for you, what a very subtle sign, you know, of an envious friend, you know, envious friendship. And, you know, subscribe to my channel. We discuss any and everything, you guys, whatever it is I feel like talking about on any given day. And on that note, you know, I'll leave you here, you guys. I'll talk to you, as I always do, very, very soon. Bye, guys. Mwah.